Over the past few years, a lot has changed in the real estate market. Home prices nationally went up around 23% in just 2 years. Our interest rates hit the lowest they had ever been in history, and demand continues to rise as more and more people are waiting on the sidelines hoping for some type of price drop. With all of these changes going on, let's find out the new way to purchase a home in 2022. Happy New Year! It is Andrew Parker, your real estate agent here in sunny Southern California, helping you make better real estate decisions. If you or anyone you know is looking to buy or sell around Orange County or the Los Angeles area, feel free to give me a call. I'd be happy to help. Alright, let's get into today's video. Now this video is not meant to go through the step-by-step process of buying a home. I've actually already made a video for that, and if you'd like to watch it, feel free to click the link in the description or the link above. Instead, this video is meant to discuss the 3 new strategies that you can use as a buyer to get your offer accepted in an extremely competitive market like today. Let's jump in. Strategy number 1, getting pre-underwritten. Now it used to be that you could talk to a lender for like 5 minutes on the phone and get a pre-qualification for a loan, and that would be good enough to stand out from the rest of the crowd when submitting an offer. But once everybody started doing that, it switched over to getting pre-approved. Pre-approval process is just a little bit more in-depth than a pre-qualification. The lender will go through your assets, your income, your job history, your credit history, etc., and find out if you are a good person to be lending to. Well, everybody's doing that now, and it's become a lot less appealing than it used to be. It's still a great option, but it's kind of seen as like the bare minimum thing that you could be doing before submitting an offer. When submitting an offer, it's really important to be thinking from the seller's point of view. And the problem with the pre-approval is technically you could still not qualify for the loan, meaning that you could fall out of escrow, the seller loses their buyer, and is back to square one. The bank doesn't really do too much work to find out if you can be pre-approved, and the expectation is that they would do all of their deep dive during the loan contingency period of escrow, which is where they do their underwriting. The problem is that sellers want loan contingencies removed these days. Homes are getting more and more cash offers that don't need a loan contingency, and if you will be purchasing a home with a loan, you need to be able to compete with these offers. Enter getting pre-underwritten, the new way to submit a cash offer while still using a loan. The concept is that you're going to be working with a lender before even submitting an offer to go through the underwriting process. The lender is going to do a full deep dive on your situation, ask you a bunch of questions, and find out if you will be granted the loan pending the property's condition. The loan underwriting process consists of 2 major pieces. The first piece being your profile as a borrower. The second is going to be the property's profile as a thing being borrowed against. Getting pre-underwritten takes care of one of these 2 major pieces and gives you as well as the seller peace of mind that assuming the property is in good enough condition, you will be granted the loan. It also allows you to potentially remove the loan contingency altogether, making your offer even stronger, assuming that you and your lender have worked out what would happen in the case that the loan does not go through. This option has become so popular in California that the new residential purchase agreement that came out this year actually even has an area section where you can choose whether or not you're pre-qualified, pre-approved, or pre-underwritten. This strategy is something that I'm going to be using as I look to purchase a home this year as well. Strategy number 2, contingent offers and lease-backs. In a market where the inventory is so low, it's not just buyers that are having a hard time finding these homes, it's also the sellers that are going to be turning into buyers. You see, if you already own a property and you're needing to move, well, you have to find a new house. And on top of that, you might need to use the funds of your current sale in order to purchase that new house. This is where we get contingent offers and lease-backs. Here in Southern California, it is not weird at all for sellers to be asking for lease-backs. It happens all the time right now. Essentially how it works is, as a buyer, when you purchase a property, you allow the seller to live in the property after the close of escrow for an agreed upon time. This gives the seller a little bit more time to gather the funds of the current sale and also go find and purchase their new property. In some cases, buyers are so desperate to purchase the home that they're not even charging the seller any rent in order to stay in the property after the close of escrow. They're basically saying you can live here rent-free for as long as you might need in order to go find your new home and gather the money of this current sale. Now, the downside of this is if you're a buyer and you just purchased a home, you haven't only become a homeowner, but also a landlord, meaning that the condition of the property is your responsibility. And this can get very sketchy if the seller is a not great person and just trashes the place before they leave. But obviously that's a risk you're going to have to weigh when choosing this strategy. The strategy of offering a leaseback as a buyer or having a leaseback as a seller is a great one because now your new purchase as a seller is not contingent on the sale of your previous property. In this market, nobody's going to be waiting on you to sell your current property in order to purchase theirs. And while contingent offers used to be very normal and are still common, they definitely right now are seen as much weaker than non-contingent offers. If you are comfortable submitting an offer with a leaseback, it will absolutely set you apart from the rest of the crowd, assuming that the seller needs some time to either find their home or use the funds from their current sale to purchase the new one. Strategy number 3 is pretty obvious, but you need to move fast. The buyers that are willing to act quickly in this market will win. This is not just regarding submitting an offer, this is also your escrow periods being short, your contingencies either being shortened or removed, or even responding to counter offers and more and more and more. The faster you are, the better in this market. If you are a very serious buyer, you need to do as much as you possibly can before submitting an offer to speed up the process for escrow and to take stress out of the equation for the seller. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, you can start working with a lender now so that you can have a good relationship with them, you know that they respond quickly, and you can get your loan stuff figured out fast. On top of that, you can start learning who you're going to use for your different inspections if you have any, and obviously an agent can help you a ton with that. It's good to also get your finances in order so that you know you are not waiting to liquidate your down payment. You've got all the money ready to go and get shipped off. Essentially, you want to talk to all of the different parties on your side of a transaction to find out just how short of an escrow you can offer or how short of loan contingencies or different contingencies you can offer, if not remove them altogether. It's also really important to be able to analyze a property that hits the market quickly so that you can go tour it quickly, and also you can run the finances to make sure that it's a smart decision for you. Are you looking to purchase a rental property? Maybe it's good to start using a rental calculator so that the moment something comes on the market, you can plug in the numbers and find out right away, is it a good financial decision? That way, all you're doing is touring to make sure that it's in good condition and also finding out emotionally if it's a good investment and you feel that it's the right home. You want to be prepared to tour properties quickly and obviously work with an agent that is good at communicating efficiently and advocating on your behalf. You don't want to lose out on a property just because your agent is not doing a good job or giving you the time of day. This market moves really quickly, and unfortunately it will not be waiting for you to get your stuff together before accepting somebody else's offer. Alright, that's been today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I am so excited to see what will happen for the real estate market in 2022, but one thing's for sure, it will absolutely remain competitive. Hopefully these 3 strategies will help you get more of your offers accepted, and if you need an agent around Southern California, feel free to give me a call or shoot me an email. I'd be happy to help you out. If you found this video useful, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to my channel. It helps me out a ton. Also, be sure to follow Andrew Parker Realty on all social media for more property tours, market updates, and real estate tips. And finally, if you have any questions or comments of your own, be sure to leave them in the comment section below or shoot me a DM. I'd be happy to respond or make videos answering the questions that you guys have. All right, I'll see you in the next one.